This is Antarctica, which has been out of reach of humans for centuries and has been a big mystery for them. Whether it is blood waterfalls, mysterious animals, underground lakes, or cities buried under ice. There are many myths and mysteries about Antarctica, which have not been solved even today. Antarctica is the only continent in the world where no human lives because the temperature here goes up to 90 degrees Celsius. Along with this, snowstorms also come here at a speed of 300 km per hour. Similarly, Antarctica is also the driest continent in the world. So dry that you might be surprised to know that it is also called a desert, because only 51 millimeters of rain falls here. Despite all this, for the last 100 years, many countries have been trying to take control of Antarctica. See this map of Antarctica. France claims this part. Norway claims this part. Australia claims the entire right side. Similarly, Britain, Chile, Argentina, and New Zealand also claim some parts of Antarctica. But what is the reason behind this? What is there under this layer of ice that the superpowers of the world want to take control of it? Today we are going to solve some mysteries of Antarctica, and at the same time, we will also try to find out who actually discovered Antarctica, and at the end we will also see what secrets are hidden under this ice that superpowers of the world know, and that is why they want to take control of Antarctica. Who discovered Antarctica depends on who you are asking. The British say that they discovered Antarctica, while the Russians say that they were the first to set foot here, but Antarctica was mentioned thousands of years ago by the Greek philosopher Aristotle when he said that the Earth is round and the North and South poles are mirror images of each other. In 2021, a study was published by the Royal Society of New Zealand, which said that the Maori people living on the Polynesian islands near Australia were probably the first people who arrived in the 7th century. They reached Antarctica because in their old stories there is a mention of an icy continent, which is on the southern side of the land. Well, in recorded history, British officer James Cook was the first European who crossed the Antarctic Circle and reached near Antarctica. But he was still 130 kilometers away from Antarctica when he turned his ship back, because although he could not see Antarctica, he definitely saw icebergs floating in the water, and the sea was such that it was very dangerous to take the ship further. That is why James Cook had said that reaching this southern continent is so dangerous that hardly any human being will ever reach here. After Captain Cook, many other people also tried to discover Antarctica, but they could not succeed. Then, with the advent of the 19th century, a competition started between countries for economic dominance. The world was now moving towards a new world order. Resources and new trade routes were being discovered. Industries were being set up. Every country wanted to become a superpower in the coming century, and that is why explorations were at their peak. In 1819, the Russian Empire gave the task to Russian explorer Fabian van Bellinghausen to travel around the world and discover new countries and continents. In 1820, Fabian proved Captain Cook's prediction wrong and reached the Southern Ocean and saw Antarctica very closely. Although he did not set foot on Antarctica, he is said to be the first person in modern history to see Antarctica. Then between 1900 and 1920, many explorers headed towards Antarctica. British explorer Robert Falcon Scott landed on Antarctica with his team in 1911 and went ahead for about 400 miles, but then he had to turn back due to bad weather and hunger. But the return journey proved to be disastrous. Scott and his team were trapped in extreme cold and blizzards, and all of them died. After World War I, many countries banned the country. They sent their teams here and tried to claim this continent. In 1939, on Hitler's orders, the German Air Force dropped Nazi flags here so that this area could be shown to be under the control of Nazi Germany. After the World War, many countries set up their research stations here, and from here, mysterious discoveries about Antarctica started happening. The first and biggest mysterious discovery is that once upon a time there was dense forests and not ice on Antarctica. According to the scientists of Imperial College of London, they found fossilized wood here, which shows that about 90 million years ago Antarctica was a warm continent where there were dense forests. Apart from this, they also found fossils of some insects here which are found only in warm areas. The second big and mysterious discovery about Antarctica was that there are 400 lakes under this 3-kilometer ice, which have their own. This is a unique ecosystem. There are such marine animals there which are not found anywhere else in the world, like these big spiders and see-through jellyfish. It is a different world under the ice. Similarly, another thing in Antarctica which has puzzled many explorers for many years is these bloody springs. This waterfall in the valley of McMurdo looks as if blood is coming out of the ice. But recently scientists have discovered that the waterfall is red in color because this spring used to get water from a very salty lake on which now 100 feet of ice has fallen, and that lake is completely cut off from the atmosphere. There's a lot of iron in this water, and that is why when this water enters the spring, due to oxygen and sunlight, the iron present in the water gets oxidized and it becomes a rust-like color. The third biggest mystery and concept about Antarctica is that under this ice there is blood. There is an ancient civilization. Many people have claimed that alien spaceships have also been seen here. In 2016, many unusual activities have been recorded in Antarctica on Gal Earth. While many political leaders keep calling them alien UFOs, many experts believe that these are the secret air operations of America and other countries in Antarctica. And this is where the hidden political front of Antarctica comes in, which very few people are aware. While the rest of the world is entangled in other geopolitical issues, America, China, and Soviet Union are aggressively sending expeditions to Antarctica. In fact, China has set up multiple research stations there. According to the Antarctic Treaty of 1969, any country can do scientific investigations in Antarctica, but it has to share the results of these studies with all the countries. In 1992, a survey by the U.S. Geological Department revealed that Antarctica has 500 billion barrels of natural gas and oil reserves. But China and these other countries are not interested in Antarctica for this oil and gas. In fact, recently, very large quantities of rare earth minerals like ohmium, praseodymium terbi, and dysprosium have been discovered in Antarctica. These are the minerals that are used in all electronic devices, and as the world's focus is now shifting from oil and gas to the energy resources that power electronic devices, the demand for these minerals is even higher than oil and gas. Electric cars and ion batteries are the future now, and this race to control the future has brought these superpowers to the ice and storms of Antarctica. Antarctica's last mysterious discovery. This Southern Ocean is the most dangerous ocean in the world. The Southern Ocean controls the climate and water supply of our world because it joins the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. According to scientists, 15% of the world's carbon emissions are absorbed by the Southern Ocean, and with global warming, the importance of this ocean is increasing because the frozen ice here is melting, and due to the melting of ice, many treasures are now coming home. The seas in which humans could never even think of going are going to become important trade routes very soon. Many studies are still going on Antarctica, and who knows what other mysterious things will be discovered about Antarctica in the coming time. These are all the sources from which we have consulted for this video. If you like such topics, then do let us know in the comments below. We will meet in the next video with another interesting topic. Take care of yourself.